Hey, it's Chris Byer.
Hey, it's Chris Bowling.
Hey, CB.
How are
We
you, bud?
wanted to come up with a new topic today. I guess here we are in January. We want to focus on some HR tips today, really discussing employee healthcare literacy. The
Yeah.
beginning of the new year is a great time now to help employees and their families understand the basics of what's the medical terminology, how do I read an EOB, what's a deductible. I think so much of that gets forced into fourth quarter open enrollment meetings, and you've got
Oh,
a lot of people who are healthcare illiterate because
yeah.
they just don't have the resource to understand it.
No, and they don't ask a question because they don't want to ask a question. Everybody's gonna be like, well, how don't you know that? So yeah, they
Yeah.
they smile and nod, they walk
Yep.
out, and let's be honest, we blast through so much stuff
Yeah.
in 35, 40 minutes. How can we ever expect them to comprehend everything that we talked about? We love acronyms. We love talking about certain things that they may have never experienced, like a copay,
Yeah.
like a deductible. They have no clue what coinsurance is. They don't know when it starts,
Yes.
when it ends, but we're just like, yep, 80, 20. So,
Here we go. We delivered the message. Well, and it's a good time to, really put some form of education campaign together if you are the HR team. And, again, we help with some of those videos, but just the education on what is a health savings account and how to use it now that you enrolled in a high deductible health plan.
yes,
Nobody paid attention to that when they were enrolling in it. Now, first quarter is a great time to discuss that. The other thing too is you hear it on the back end when an employee or a family member gets that EOB and gets the doctor's bill, and they just say, "What? I don't understand why I have to pay this." And I think so much of that comes back to it is complex. We deal with it every day,
right.
but to understand truly the way that healthcare dollar gets funneled through the health plan and what your responsibility is, those basics are, kind of an insurance 101. This is a good time to go through it.
Yeah.
I know there's some technology we've seen,
Yeah.
that can help employees um, with a bill review, help them understand if things were billed correctly. I think that still exists, but there's some other stuff too that I think you can do without technology, just basic walking through terminology and an example of a claim.
Yeah, I know. We've had Lena on many times. Lena is obviously works with us, and she has a uh, terms and glossary that she adds to
Yes.
every single employee packet,
Yes.
helping somebody
That's
over
been
there.
her thing.
That's been her
Yeah.
thing. And she will remind us, you got to remember the majority of the people in that room have no clue what you're talking about, you know?
Yeah, I mean, imagine you and I coming into a manufacturer or a healthcare organization and saying, "All right, I'm going to sit in the room and you're going to tell me exactly how you do this job and exactly how you make this part, and then expect me to remember that when I leave." No, not at all. I don't have a clue. That's not what I do. And
Right.
I think that's an area where we can certainly help. I know there's also some carriers that are starting to shift this approach. We've got it. We're seeing some things where, again, helping employees navigate where to go and getting rid of the complexity of coinsurance and deductible. And it's truly, here's a copay for the service. The copay is lower if you go here, the copay is higher if you go here. You make the choice. I think it is as simple as it can be that now I know what I'm in for and I get to make a decision. And I'm hopeful that that will continue to progress with other insurance companies, other insurance programs, just because it makes sense to simplify the healthcare experience.
I
We don't
agree.
see that everywhere yet. Today it's just starting, but I
Right.
think that will really help simplify what's on the back end. I don't get a surprise. I just know this is what it
Yeah.
is.
Transparent. I know before I walk through those two doors, this is exactly what I'm going to pay. And I think, yeah,
Yeah.
I applaud them. And it's, I think you moved one of our clients to that product this year, right?
Yep.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
And it's definitely a shift, an education shift, but I think it will be easier for that employee and their family to predict their cost of care over the course of the year. It's so I think through all of these topics, it's basic terminology. What's an EOB? I think just going back to those things, if you're an HR director, HR professional, figure that out. Maybe first quarter is the time to put together 2 or 3 different sessions on these topics. Again, we've crafted different videos and different series depending on what the client has requested, but this is the time of year that it makes sense.
I love it. Well done, Mr.
Excellent.
Fire.
You as well,
All
CB. We'll see you.
right, we'll see you.
All right.